Hey guys, welcome back to another Wasted Wednesdays.
We just took a shot,
So let's get started.
right?
Right now.
Sorry, I'm having to I was very invested in my phone.
Yes, so, let's start off by saying last week, wasn't it? We were too lazy. So this week you'll get 2 episodes, but obviously if you're watching this one now,
Yeah.
this is the most recent. We just got the iOS 14
Update.
update mess.
It never has an update been so cool, yet also driven me to the point of insanity like this one.
Almost fought each other
Yeah.
last night.
Yeah.
Tensions were high.
I wanted to throw my phone across the room. And the reason, if you're listening to this and you're like, but why?
But why?
But why? It's because the new update allows you to create shortcuts to different apps, so you can customize the icon button, and so you can here. I guess if you're watching it, can I show my phone to the camera?
Yeah, show the phone to the
Okay.
camera. I mean, if you don't have anything that you don't want publicly
No,
shown.
just-
Oh, that's so private. Yeah, these new pictures are so private.
Yeah. Okay. Am I is that?
Yeah, I
working?
might have to focus it. Me and you'll focus over here.
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna hold it.
Yeah, just do that. So that's if you don't know what the iOS update is, that's what it looks like. Sorry for technical difficulties.
I do have a very introductory Canon, so it does not autofocus.
It's a little sad.
Okay, well.
So you're able to customize it and do the cool little icons and add little widgets and whatever you may want.
Mhm.
Is that?
I mean,
It's okay.
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
whatever.
you get the idea.
You get the
You've
idea.
probably seen posts and
Literally
shit
just go on Twitter, look up iOS 14,
boom,
and
there
it's
you
there.
go.
So, yeah, it looks really cool, but what everyone fails to tell you is that you lose your damn mind
Yes.
trying to find these goddamn Pinterest pictures
Mhm.
and create an aesthetic, which, might I add, I don't have a personality. I only have adopted traits from media that I consume.
Yeah. No, I can't tell you who I am.
Mm-mm.
I don't even have a favorite color. So, I
Like,
don't. I know. I don't.
I think mine is currently green.
Mm.
It was yellow, now I think it's green. Before
Yeah.
yellow, it was purple.
Yeah. I like colors.
Yeah.
I like them.
I like them. I think they're
They're
cool.
really
They're
cool. But, no, I don't, it's things like this that's when professors, first day of class, they're like, who are you? I'm
Yeah,
like,
tell us a little bit about yourself. Share a fun fact. I'm like,
or they're like, 4 characteristics
Yeah.
to describe yourself. I'm like, I don't
No.
know me.
I don't exist.
No.
And you know what? Keep it that way.
Yeah.
I like that.
So this was a challenge for me, but now that I've finished it, I literally keep going into my phone expecting more. But
Yeah,
that's
you're
all-
like, what else is there to do?
But that's it. But I'm also so satisfied with it. I have a whole purple theme going
Yeah.
on. I also named my apps different stuff.
Wait, you did?
Yeah, I did. My notes app, I called it Thoughts.
Oh, that's
Safari
so...
is Google. Yeah, you can just call it whatever you want.
Yeah, I know that, but I didn't think.
Yeah, it's even more like
Customized.
yeah, and then
I thought
nobody
and-
can navigate my phone now.
And see, I thought I was being creative by just making it all caps.
Oh. Literally, okay, for the apps themselves, not very creative, because I literally just named TikTok.
Uh-huh.
Facebook is FB, Twitter is Twit, because I
Mhm.
thought that was funny.
You're creative.
Instagram is just my handle.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
Snapchat, Snap.
Snap.
For photos, I have memories, and for the camera, I have smile. So
I just have all caps.
I have caps.
I just have all
No
caps.
cap?
So my aesthetic is very much whimsical cottagecore type
Yes.
situation, but I only have one page. And so I think, and I have more apps that I want to put on. So I think I'm going to make a second page, and I think I want that page to be more witchy vibes, because I have a very neutral background that I think I can actually...
I liked those emoticons that you first used. Those were
Yeah,
cool.
but now, so the emoticons I used the first time was just very simple symbols, but it was a cute little
Yeah.
little crystals or a little book of shadows or a little black cat, just very simple things like this. And now I have actual pictures, but I think I don't want to use those little symbols because I've already committed to the pictures. You know?
No, I really love what you got going on. That's
Thank
definitely
you.
very you, I think.
Thank you. And so the second page, like I said, I want it to be
Yeah.
more witchy type situation.
I like.
it's just taking me some time.
Yeah, I will say another complaint is when you click the shortcut app that you made. So the
Oh
really
my
cute
God.
one, it actually takes you to the actual shortcut app and then to the app. So
which everyone failed to mention.
Right? So then that was really frustrating because I don't know, that like bothers me.
Yeah.
So like if I'm clicking the app, the like shortcut that I made for Instagram, well then it takes me to the shortcut
for
app.
like a second before it takes
and
you
then
to
Instagram. If anybody knows how to like cut the
like
middleman
bypass
out,
that out, like
I
listen,
would love that.
tell me, I'll program my phone.
I'll do it.
I'll get into the hard drive.
And this whole update, this is definitely for all the fucking, like, Android users
Yeah.
who are like, oh my god, fuck Apple, it's too simple. Like, I
need
have
it to be
such
complicated.
a big brain. I use all of my brain because
I need
I'm just
more than
so
one
smart
button
and powerful.
because I can handle that.
Yeah, like, I like to have my phone the way I like to have my phone. You Apple users are so stupid and small-minded. You just take whatever. Blah, 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 blah. Okay.
Apple said.
Whatever.
Okay.
Here's this. And now, me, small-minded Apple person,
It's
this is too complicated.
Too complicated for my small brain.
This is too much.
Yeah.
But you know what? I did the aesthetic. I'm a little pissed. But you know what?
I will say, I like it if for only giving me something to do.
True.
Like, it is kind of fun to, and you know what? I'll say it. I love Pinterest. I do.
Oh, yeah. I like fucking fell in love with Pinterest just doing this.
Oh, I love Pinterest. I loved Pinterest before it was cool. No, I'm kidding. But I
watch out, Visco girls.
After I'm done with the usual rotation of the apps, you know, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Well, no, it's Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok for roughly an hour. Then back to Twitter. Check Instagram one more time. Check Snapchat real quick, and then I hit up Pinterest. And I just be scrolling, you know, going through, see what, like, I don't know, just, like, cool pictures and, like, just stuff like that.
I found some really cool pictures on here.
Yeah.
I will say, other thing is, these shortcut apps, if you need to be notified, you will not see notifications on them.
Yeah.
So, I have literally a third page on my phone that is all the apps that I'm going to leave as is, that
Did you know you can, I meant to tell you this earlier, you can apparently hide pages.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
I don't know. Okay, yeah. So if you hold it down, so you're like editing it, and then click the little thing down there, and unclick the check mark, and then click done, you can't. Oops. Okay. You can't.
But then how would I get to that?
I guess you want to. I don't know really what the point of that is, but.
Okay. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
But I need to get to these apps. Like,
yeah.
These are like the apps that I just can't fuck with. Like, I need to see the notifications. I literally made shortcuts for like my message app and my phone app, but then I also kept the actual apps and put them on this third page so I could see the notifications.
Oh, what bothers me also is when you swipe over to, like, your app library. So it's like you can remove it from your homepage. Mm-hmm. So it's like you don't actually see it unless you swipe over to your app library. I thought you could, like, edit that. So you could, like, have everything in the folders that you want. Apple, if you're listening, you should add that to a next update.
Let me edit it, because I
think that would actually be a great idea. Apple should actually do that.
I have my apps organized the way I like them. Literally, my thumbs have muscle memory to how I like to get to my apps.
My thumbs keep going to where my Instagram is.
Yes.
And it's not there anymore.
Literally, I hate that. That's actually, like, a critique I do have for our generation.
What's his name? Tim Cook. Hi. If the CEO of Apple, if you're watching our podcast that's what you're doing. I was like, you don't know who Tim Cook is.
No, I don't.
I was like, Tim Cook, CEO of Apple, if you're watching our podcast right now, can you edit the app library? Can you allow that to happen?
Please.
I would really like that, Tim Cook,
Please.
if you're listening
if you're listening right now.
If Tim Cook is not listening, my FBI agent,
Can you pass that along
on your
Tim Cook now.
Yeah, on your monthly capitalism meeting? That because
just tell him.
Yeah.
Tell him this is what we wanted.
These are the notes I would like you to include
in iOS 15.
While we're at it, do we have any last things that we want them to go over?
No, I think that's it. I think that's a good.
So just change it so you don't have to go to the shortcut page, and also allow you to edit your app library.
And put our podcast on everybody's phone like they did the YouTube album.
Yeah, do that too, but in a way that doesn't make everyone hate us.
Yes, and like ruin our careers that haven't even been made.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So that's all. If you could just pass it along, thank you.
Thank you. Cool.
Yeah, I think that.
Yeah, that sums that up.
Anyway, that was today's episode.
Thanks for checking us out this week. Yeah.
I was gonna say, other than that, what else has happened? Because we were saying a lot has actually happened this past week.
Yeah. So part of the reason why we didn't upload is because last week sucked booty hole.
It sucked a major booty hole.
Like,
I feel like also if you listen to last week's episode, you can kind of tell.
You could hear it.
I feel like
I haven't even edited it, but I know.
Thinking back, at least my memory of it, I feel like we both sounded really annoyed. Not at each other necessarily, but just life in general. And I think that maybe translated into the episode. Again, I haven't listened to it, so I don't know. But I feel like
I'm sure if I listen back, it's gonna be like.
I feel like it's gonna sound like we hate each other, honestly.
Sad boy hour. Yeah.
But like it was just. It was a week.
It was a fucking week. And unlocked some trauma last week. That was cool.
Did a little trauma bonding. That's fun, you know.
The only way we know how. That was cool. It was cool.
Yeah.
Then the next day, my puffy-assed eye face, you know those puffy eyes that show up the day after a breakdown. You're like, I'm a new person.
Do you mean every day of high school for me?
Dude, I would, like, try to cover it up. Actually, I think one time I came in to school, I didn't even do anything to my face, but my eyes were still puffy.
Yeah.
And someone was like, I like your eyeshadow.
No. I think at one point in high school, okay, I'm not exaggerating. I cried a lot during high school. I think one day it was like I didn't cry and I went to school and so my eyes weren't puffy and someone actually they're like, wow, you look really good today. I was like, thanks.
I killed myself. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. For legal reasons.
That's a joke. Actually, that's been the theme. I feel like that's been the theme of the past week. Us just being like, wow, I'm going to kill myself. And then for legal reasons, that's a joke.
No,
like for legal.
Total joke.
You
do not need
to therapists, if you're listening to this, it's a joke.
It's a joke. It's a joke. Yeah. It's a joke. It's a joke.
Yeah.
So and then the day after that, my morning did not start off well. Again, got those puffy
I felt really
eyes.
bad.
It's just, whatever. It's like the small things, but then it's like mountain out a molehill, and it just keeps like adding up, and you're like, fuck. And then found out my sister got COVID. Cool. That was cool. That was really fun. Yeah. She's doing okay. Actually,
does she listen to our podcast?
No, I doubt she listens to it.
I was gonna say I hope you feel better, but
yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, if she hadn't, if she's so bored in her quarantine that she actually watches our podcast, I hope you're doing well. Actually, we were Snapchatting today. She looks well. I'll say first of all, her symptoms were super mild, but at her job, she's like the fourth person to get it. So I think if it weren't for where she worked, she probably would have thought that it was just like normal things. Because she's like had really bad migraines in the past.
Yeah.
So she's been having like bad headaches. And then she was like at work and she felt really tired. So she got sent home.
Yeah.
And then that was kind of when I was like, okay, maybe you should go get tested.
Yeah.
Because where she works, it is a very busy area of the city. And a lot of tourists go there.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's like part of it too. Next to La Meow. I can only imagine what she got into.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if that was me, I would probably be like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I don't have COVID.
How long did it take for her to get her results back when she got tested?
2 days, which was pretty good.
Yeah.
And then we don't have a primary doctor, but she did talk to a doctor. The only concern is like she has asthma, but the doctor is just like, yeah, just like keep your inhaler on you and you'll be fine. And my mom has to quarantine longer than her because like. I guess they told my sister, like, just kind of, like, wait it out 10 days.
Yeah.
And, like, maybe she'll get tested again. I really don't know how that's supposed to end.
Yeah.
And then my mom's supposed to wait, like, 4 or 5 more days after.
Okay.
And, like, quarantine.
Well, and we went to go get tested also because we had
like, immediately.
Because we had seen her. Because she had helped out with the podcast about, like, a week and a half before she got, like, she tested positive. So we both went to go get tested just to see. And that was the biggest fucking...
Just talk about anxiety.
Well, yeah, talk about anxiety, but then also, like, trying to find a testing, like, facility, that in itself was the most difficult thing ever.
Yeah.
And, like...
We almost went outside of the perimeter of our city.
Yeah. Well,
because that day.
That day...
I got tested the same day as you guys, though.
Where
or
did
maybe
you...
a day before you.
Well...
Did you, like, schedule through CVS, though?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I think CVS was all booked up.
That day.
I was able to find an appointment the same day that I found out about it. I just scrolled down and I only had to go to, like, I don't remember what it's called.
But after we
FaceTime... West End area.
Right. But after we FaceTime, I looked, and they were, like, all booked up. And even the next day, it's just, like...
Well, I think... I was just going to say, I think the issue was that specific day we were getting, like, the outskirts of... Was it Hurricane Sandy? Is that what she's called?
Oh, I don't know. No, it's not Sandy. We already had her.
Oh.
Sandy was bad.
Yeah, I know.
What's her name?
What was... It's, like,
What's
Wendy or, like...
Something.
Sarah.
This girl.
I don't fucking know.
Hurricane.
Whatever hurricane's going through right now. Like, we're getting, like, the tail end of that, which, like, it really wasn't bad, but it was just enough to, like, be raining and, like, really windy and stuff. So I guess a lot of testing facilities were closed down. And so we drove out to one by our favorite place ever, Buckhead, which marked the beginning of us weirdly being in Buckhead.
Too many times in the
past week.
Too many times.
So we drove out there, it was closed. And then we drove out to almost out of the perimeter, which if you're in Atlanta, you'll know what that means. If you don't, then I don't care.
Out the city, yeah.
I don't care.
It's like a circle.
Yeah. So we drove, like, which was like a good 30 minutes away.
Which most everything's 20 minutes.
Yeah, most everything's 20 minutes.
So we added 10.
That's a joke, but we were saying, if you live in Atlanta, everything is 20 minutes away. I don't care if you live in the center of Atlanta. It's you're 20 minutes away.
This weekend, I drove from Krog Street to Ponce City Market. Don't ask, I was with family who was visiting from out of town.
Okay.
Those are the tourist spots.
Yeah.
For anybody who
those are like what, trigger words, keywords.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, it took us 20 minutes, and then it takes us 15 minutes to find a parking spot.
Yep.
Yes.
In the garage of Ponce City Market.
Criminal.
And that's the thing. It doesn't matter if you're driving like 1 mile or like 5 miles. It's gonna take 20 minutes.
20 minutes,
regardless. Anyway, so it was like 30 minutes away. So only about 10 minutes outside of the normal travel time.
You know.
But, okay, my complaint with it was, at least in our experience, it actually both times that I've been COVID tested, it's been weirdly hard to find a testing spot, and then also getting there. Like, at least the first location, like, it was pretty central. Like, it was centralized. But the second location, it was, like I said, 30 minutes outside of Atlanta. There wasn't, like, a MARTA station nearby. It was kind of in the middle of nowhere, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, it was
hard to get to.
Yeah, it was at this like amphitheater. So like it was it was like really obscure.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah,
very weird.
And like if you're someone, and then also most testing spots are only open during like work hours.
Yeah, so it's like really hard if you
work, you can't just be like, okay, I'll pop by after work, just like check to make sure. It's like no, you have to like take a day off or leave early. And
you have to lose money.
Some people can't afford to do that, so it's like bullshit.
And obviously, I can't help but feel all of this is strategic.
Oh no, absolutely.
I mean, I know people I had a friend who also saw my sister, and he got rapid tested, and I mean, those cost money, and he paid over $100 for that. But he said he had like 4 shifts to do in the next couple of days, and he was like, that money is worth like basically paying for this, like I'll make it back, but like it's crazy. Like I had to take off from my job, to go get tested and then wait for my result, which luckily we only had to wait a day, which like last time I got COVID tested, I had to wait I swear I waited 5 days to get my results.
I waited, it was either 2 or 3 days, which really isn't bad. But like, this time we got our results back pretty fast. But again, we both had to take off at least, I took off 2 days of work.
Yeah.
But we both had to take off at least 1 day of work.
Yeah.
Which, again, luckily that's not bad, but also some people can't afford to do that.
Yeah.
Also, it's not really like it's a definite 1 or 2 days. It's like, no, you can't work until you know, which that could be a week. Like, you don't know for sure.
Exactly. And so it's just so frustrating and stupid. Like, and also it's just, like, concerning because, like, obviously we know, like, well, America's still in the wave. We don't get a second wave. Everybody else has a second wave. We're still in our wave, whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, I mean, like, we know it's about to get worse and everything, especially because, like, cold season's coming, which it might be better. I heard some people talking about, like, it might be better because we're wearing masks, like, or at least, like, the regular flu that goes around, like, people aren't gonna get because you're wearing a mask.
This is just me being optimistic, which is silly me, but I'm kind of hoping that since it's gonna start getting colder soon, it'll force people to stay inside, and maybe it'll, like, I hate this, but maybe, like, quarantining will become a trend again, because, like, you know how, like, at the beginning, it was, like, wow, like, it's trendy, we're all in this together, like, woohoo, like, shit like that, and then everyone decided, like, actually, no.
Yeah.
So, like, what if, because it's, like, getting to be, like, cooler months.
Yeah, like make it trendy to, like, snuggle up inside.
Wait.
Look, it's cuffing season, you guys.
Okay, FBI agent, can you also pass this along to E-News, which I'm, either E-News or TMZ. I'm sure y'all are at whatever capitalistic meeting with the president that you're having. Pass it along that quarantining is cool again.
It's cool.
Make that a headline.
Make it trendy.
Quarantine is cool again.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Make it trendy. I thought Siri had opened.
All the influencers to make quarantine trendy.
Trendy again.
Thank you.
To add that to the agenda. Thank you very much.
But yeah, anyways, it was kind of scary to have someone, like, I was literally just saying when we were camping, I've not had anybody super close to me get COVID.
It's
and
scary.
Then my sister did. It's scary. I'm trying not to think about the worst case scenario.
She's how many days? It's like...
Yeah, she found out she was showing symptoms this past, probably like, oh wow, I guess like a week ago now.
So she's like halfway through it.
Yeah, she's getting there. Oh my god, but it was kind of funny today. So she was Snapchatting me, and she's in high school, so she's doing these like Zoom online classes shit. And you know, like, your teacher will, like, mute you, so then you can, like, comment on what's happening. I guess some person in her class, she sent me a video, was commenting, I don't want to wear a mask. I don't like my freedom to be prohibited, blah, 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 blah. And so she's, like, zooming in on these comments, and she flips it to herself, and she's, like, smacking her face
with her
honestly,
hands. Props to her for even going to class, even if it's a Zoom class. I would have pulled that card. Knock on wood, if I get COVID, I will pull that card so fast. I will not be doing anything.
I pulled the card without even, like, fully getting it, or actually getting it.
Yeah.
I texted, or I emailed my professor, and I was like, hey, like, I actually can't go on campus to get whatever shit I need to, like, actually do my assignments, because I'm waiting on my test, and, you know, I can't go on campus and spread a disease.
It's kind of powerful to say that, like,
like, I hope by next week I'll get my results.
It's, like, kind of powerful to be like, listen, I've been exposed.
Yeah. Well, I felt, when I had to tell my boss, I felt, like, dirty. Like, I felt bad. I felt guilty.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
it feels like the same as, like, I was saying, like, pregnancy tests.
Yes.
Or, like, waiting on your, like, STI. Yeah, or, like, your STI test. Like.
Yeah.
You're like, hey.
You're having to, like.
I know. Texting people and telling them I've been exposed.
When I was texting my friend, I felt so, like, having to do the, hey, you need, like, I tested positive for an STI, you need, like, that's what it felt like. Yeah. Which isn't to say, like, there's nothing wrong with that. You should absolutely, I guess if we're talking about STIs, you should absolutely, you know,
tell people.
Tell people. I don't care if it's a little awkward, tell people. But, like, it had that same feeling of, like, kind of
like, I might have given you a disease.
Yeah.
You might die.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Even though, like, also, I mean, okay, bring it back to COVID. Yes, you absolutely should text people. Be like, tell them. I don't care if you feel guilty or if it feels awkward or, like, if you just, like, you just met them and you happen to be, like, whatever. Like,
no one had it worse than me.
What happened? Oh,
she texted her hookup. Sorry.
It's gonna funny. But you should absolutely text them. Like, you have to do that conversation, and it sucks.
Yeah.
But, like
literally found out, like, the day after. Damn it.
It's really funny.
You know, but, like, when I went to work the day after finding out I was negative, like, I felt so, like, I don't know, like, don't come near me. Like, and then I felt irresponsible, even though I feel like, compared to the rest of
you feel
America,
irresponsible, but we've been so safe. Like, it's literally your sister.
Yeah.
When we were in contact with her, it was in our own apartment.
Yeah.
So, like...
Yeah, she literally helped with the podcast. Yeah. Like, that's when we last saw her.
So, like, it sucks to feel that way, especially because, like, you see people who are actually being irresponsible and going out and doing all this shit.
And it makes me mad. I'm like,
and it makes me mad. So I'm gonna get it, and I'm being so safe, so careful, like, I've literally developed an anxiety around it. Like, that's, like, that's how, like, and I still get it. Fuck me then. Like,
yeah. Me and my mom were talking about, like, it makes me a little nervous that it's like, we were in such close contact with someone who had it, yet we didn't get it. It's like, I don't want other people to feel this way and be like, oh, it's fine. I was in contact with someone and I didn't get it. So, like, it's not real.
Yeah.
Or it's not as bad as people think it is. And then people just don't take it seriously.
Yeah.
Like, I'm kind of, like, worried what people think.
Also, what people forget is, like, you can get it without having any symptoms and you can be a carrier.
Literally, my sister, like, again, I'm sure if her job... If she wasn't, like, again, like, the fourth person to have gotten it, she probably would have thought, well, like, maybe, like, because I get allergies when the seasons change, and, like, right now, because of the hurricane, it's, like, we're in the middle of fall transitioning into winter right now in Georgia, and, like, I'm all stuffed up, I have mucus in my throat.
Well, Nick's probably also has something to do with it.
True, yeah, the cat, and then, like, I'm waking up with headaches, which is what normally happens this time of year, but also I'm like, oh shit,
like, it's like on top of everything else.
Yeah, it just makes me worried, and of course I'm tired all the time. And like depression or whatever that is.
But I was gonna say I had a coworker. I told you about this, but I had a coworker who was telling me about how their partner was working at this place that had. Oh, wait, actually, sorry, I started a story and I went to a different story that I did not mean to tell. I mean, I'll tell that one later. But what I was actually going to say is my coworker and his partner, they went to go get tested, and I guess the line was, like, too long, and they actually did have, I think, like, one of them had to work after or something like that, and so they had to leave, like, get out of the waiting line, and after they left, they got a text that said, like, or, like, an email or something saying that they tested positive without having completed the test. They just had the information that they were waiting in line.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, and so he was like, are they just sending that out as, like, the default? And, like, I don't want to start any conspiracies or anything. Yeah, but, like, no but, like, that's just, like, his own, like, personal, like, experience.
I mean, I have it's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, we know they're closing down sites, and, like, it's hard to find testing, and, like, I mean, obviously, it's not a coincidence. It's not just...
Yeah.
I mean, it's like voter suppression. That's the same thing with COVID tests. But, all right. Well, we should probably move on from COVID.
Yeah.
I know everybody's like,
I feel like we haven't talked about COVID in a while, though.
Yeah, true. We try to, or at least, like, we keep it pretty short. We try to, I mean, it's hard not
COVID
to.
update. Still there.
This is our life. Yeah. Like, today at work, one of our coworkers was like, oh, we used to do this before the pandemic. And it's, like, weird to think.
Yeah. Like, they were telling us, they were like, wow, the office is so quiet now.
The CEO was saying that. He's like, did you guys work before the pandemic?
He's like, you guys weren't here before the pandemic. But it was, like, you know, just these people talking all over the place, blah, blah, blah.
That was so quiet.
And it's like, kind of eerie to think about.
Yeah. And, well, because, like, we don't know the difference, but everybody who's... And most people do work from home, but everyone who is in the office is, like, it's so quiet in here.
There's, like, 4 people that, like...
Swear, yeah.
Swear. But moving on.
Mostly our department, because... Actually, our department's considered essential. Like, when the lockdowns... Yeah, when the lockdowns happened.
Is it because so much of this stuff, like, we have to go, like, file
physically,
and, like, physically be there?
Yeah. Anyways, tidbit. You won't know where we work, though. No more details
Good luck guessing.
Good luck guessing. What was that? I don't even know. Well, I thought it'd be also fun. So, after we found out we were negative, we basically ran a ton of errands. Yeah. It was kind of crazy. Yeah. It was like we felt unhinged from, like, our 2 days of being like, do we have COVID?
Okay, so starting out, as I mentioned earlier, part 1... I'm just going to put my foot up there. So, the first time that we went to Buckhead without... Like I said, we've been in Buckhead a weird amount of times.
Which, that's like the bougie neighborhood of Atlanta.
If you're just now tuning in and you haven't heard our hate speech on Buckhead,
it was like the lit place to be if, like, your parents grew up in the 90s.
Yeah, like, but now it's just, like, the worst place ever.
All the bougie people.
I hate it.
For the most part. The Beltline, Betty's, and Brad's, Bins, whatever they are.
All of them.
They're all there.
So this is not going to be another Buckhead hate rant. But just had to pop that in. So we went there to try and get tested, and that was close. But then then in last week's podcast we were talking about Cheesecake Factory. That's what kind of started it.
Right.
And we both, after that, we were both like,
we gotta get Cheesecake.
we gotta get Cheesecake Factory. And the closest one was in Buckhead. So we drove out there, which took fucking forever, and I hate it, and it was so crowded. Yeah. And like,
yes, so crowded. Where the cheese? Oh, it was bad.
Like,
and like so many people were.
No, like there was a line out the door.
Yes. And like you know where it is. Like,
yeah.
with all the like shopping.
That
and
place.
Stuff. We went to Lennox. We went to Lennox.
To Lennox. Okay, I'll say it. We went to Lennox.
Lennox is where you go.
The worst place ever.
Yeah, it's like we're basically
apparently get shot now too.
There. Well, Yeah.
There was a lot of like, I don't know if you noticed, but there was like a lot of like empty bottles and shit in the parking lot.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I did.
Which is like, I remember when the protests were happening. Remember when people went into the Gucci store? I loved that was the best kind of looting. That was great.
Tips, but yeah.
No, they went to Lennox too because the little child militia was there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a fun time.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
staying up until 3 a.m. just reloading.
Yes.
Children holding guns.
Yeah, they reloaded the Gucci or looted the Gucci store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Lennox is that was the place. So yeah, Lennox is where you go to like flex that you have like cool clothes.
But
and,
it's also
you have
it's
money.
just the worst place to be.
You'll see rappers there, like Lil Yachty is there a lot.
Yeah.
I've met like people, or I know people who've like met him there.
So anyway, so we had to go there, which first of all, again, hell, it took forever, and I hated it, and then we went back, and then was it the next day?
No,
No, yeah, because
it was the next day.
Because the next day, that was when, I guess it was like that, hold on, when did we get our results?
We got them on Friday. And so at some point, Friday we went to Cheesecake. Yeah. And then, so then the next day, so we were like, let's go to Spirit Halloween. Yeah. Let's get Halloween decorations.
No, it was Friday. It was Friday because I was leaving work when I got my results.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So we got a little bit of Halloween decorations, just like bloody hands on the window. That was cool. They were struggled to put up.
But
we had, I know, like, they are behind us.
Okay.
We had fun. We stole some stuff. Yeah. I got a great ass.
There you go. Okay.
I got a great ass costume that whenever we do our Halloween,
I don't even want to say what it is because I want to
wear it
because I want it to be a surprise. We both got some fun little costumes.
We got some stuff for Nyx. We're gonna do a Halloween photo shoot with Nyx. Yeah. So like follow us on Instagram to see that.
Yeah, because it's gonna be the cutest fucking pictures ever.
Cute. And she's perfect. She's a black cat.
Yes.
So. We had too much fun.
We kind of balled out there. Yeah, I don't want to talk about how much I spent.
No, the guy told you your total.
Yeah.
And you looked back at me and you said you didn't hear that. And I said something like that. You were like, and I was like, I didn't hear anything.
Did you hear it? Did you hear
it? I actually remember numbers pretty well. So yes, I remember exactly how much you spent. But I won't disclose that.
Okay, thank you. Again, don't want to talk about it. But so then after that, which we went to the first Spirit Halloween, it didn't exist. The Google or Apple Maps, wherever, it took us like an empty.
They never do.
Yeah, I know, right?
It was just everywhere but nowhere.
Yes,
Seriously.
Exactly. I swear, when you finally look for one, they're not there.
I thought we were gonna have to go like OTP, to find one.
But then it took us back to Buckhead.
There we were.
Yeah, so there we were, and then we left there and we went to Bed Bath & Beyond. BB&B. I always get it in my head. I always say Bed Bath & Body Works.
I've done that.
Reminds me of Abby from Broad City.
Yes. She goes, BB&B.
My coupons.
my Bed Bath & Beyond. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where do you think all this comes from?
Wait, real quick. Did you know? So in the show, they talk about how Bed Bath & Beyond coupons never expire. So Abby, the actual Abby, knew that because her mom, growing up, worked at Bed Bath & Beyond. And actually, I think Bed Bath & Beyond reached out to them and said, you weren't supposed to tell people that. But she knew that because her mom worked there.
Yeah.
Everyone knows
I think they kind of got into legal trouble.
But everyone knows it.
Well, anyways, we went to BB&B.
Yeah, and then we went to Target afterwards. Again, all these places, it wasn't like a fun, like, little, like, let's stop in and shop. Like, we had actual things, like...
Well, besides the Spirit Halloween.
Well, we had a vague idea.
Yeah.
So it was, like, with a purpose.
Halloween decorations are essential.
Yeah.
True, facts.
Right now.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
We got the best costumes. Oh, my God, I just want to talk about it.
Wait till you see that episode.
I will. I won't say anything. But so then we went to Target just to get like something that we couldn't find. A trash can. We couldn't find a trash can.
Full disclosure, we couldn't find a trash can.
I didn't want to be like vague and be like, oh, what could
were you trying to find?
What could you find?
I bet we a trash can.
A trash can.
An affordable trash can.
Yeah.
Theirs was a little pricey.
It was a little pricey. They were all stainless steel, so we're not quite there yet.
Nope.
And so that was that, and it just felt like a little night on the town, a little whirl around the town,
and then we deep cleaned this fucking apartment.
Oh my god, yeah.
Talk about therapy. Feels so good now.
I was responsible for the bathrooms.
The bathrooms, like we
have
the bathroom.
The bathroom singular. Oh my god, I was sweating so much, and like I was like scrubbing.
Wait, I got to the end of the drink. It's a fucking hair clip that fell in right before we started.
I grabbed my phone off of here.
It's the hair clip.
I grabbed my phone off this little counter right here, and I guess it was like right there.
I'm drinking the whole time.
I told her it was really in there.
I told her because I heard something fall. You can see there's little droplets there, and so I didn't want to put my phone there. But I heard something fall, and I looked in. It was lemonade, so I couldn't. So I couldn't see what it was. But
there you go. It's the hair clip.
It's a little hair clip. So that's a fun little surprise.
Some metallic.
You know, a little spice. Wait, what's that? Why is it spicy?
Yes.
That. Anyway,
you're in charge of the bathroom.
I was fucking scrubbing that tile in the shower.
It's an arm workout.
Yeah, it is. I think that's kind of why I'm a little sore today. I'm a little sore, for being honest. So I was in charge of that. But I will say the shower after that, it fucking hit.
It really does.
And Chip had the living room and kitchen, and it looks fucking beautiful. Yeah, very therapeutic. Yeah.
Yeah, it felt good. And
then afterwards, I cleaned my room. I put up a bunch of like little pictures and stuff I've been meaning to put up. It's nice. It feels.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially
meal prepped.
Oh yeah, we meal prepped.
We're like on our. It's nothing like having a true breakdown to be like.
Having to build yourself back up and become. It's like having a breakdown and being like, I can't, like, I have shit I need to do and I can't live like this. Like, I have to actually, like, get myself together.
Yeah.
Because I feel like kind of in high school, if you had a breakdown, you're like, my mom will take care of it. Like, my mom will do the groceries, my mom will clean the house. Yeah. Like, it's okay if my room is, like, a pigsty. Because, like, my mom will make me food. Maybe I'm just saying my mom because my dad wasn't around. But I just realized I said my mom for everything. But, you know, your parent or whoever you live with.
Oh, I saw somebody says you're raisin. It was like some teacher calls.
Raisin?
Yeah, it's like the people who are raising you. They call them.
Wait, that's
raisin.
really cute. I like that.
I think about it a lot.
So whoever your raisin is, taking care of you after you have a breakdown, you can kind of get away with at least like, you know, taking your time to like rebuild yourself.
Yeah.
But I kind of, when you're living on your own and you have a breakdown, you have a night. You have one night.
Then you have to go to work the next day.
Yeah, and then you have to go to work the next day.
You come home, there's dishes in the sink.
And you're like, oh, I gotta do that.
You can't stuff anything else into the trash can.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I have to take care of that. No, like, when you're just faced with the realization that no one else is gonna do that.
Nope.
And that you have to do it. Oh, it sucks.
That's
why whenever I go home to, like, just to visit my mom for, like, a couple days,
it's kind of nice.
It's so nice to literally just lay on the couch. And I feel kind of bad. Because it's just that, like, ingrained, like, I gotta be doing something.
Yeah.
But then, like, it's just like, oh, my God. Like, obviously, it's my home. But, like...
Yeah. No, my mom does, like... She's amazing. She does everything for me.
Well, I will say, like, my mom kind of pampers me a bit. She's like, oh, you must be so tired. Like, do you want anything? Like, let me make you some food. Like, look, your bed is made. Right. You can just go to sleep whenever. Take a little nap if you want.
Dude, I'll put, like, my dirty dishes maybe on, like, the, like, coffee table. And she cleans them for me.
Like...
Yeah,
moms.
It's pretty great.
I fucking love moms.
I really am pampered by my mother when I go home.
Yeah.
It's so nice. She's like, what do you want to drink? She's like already pouring the vodka in.
She has like the, the little shaker.
I have stuff that's not going to give you a hangover because it's real alcohol.
It's adult alcohol.
I paid good money for this.
Oh, my mom knows whenever I come home that I want White Claws, so she already has White Claws for me. Like, I have like my own case there, and then if it, sorry.
What are you doing? You're on Tinder, right?
No.
What are you doing?
Sorry. I took a really cursed
How do you do that? That is very cursed.
I'll show the audience.
Let me ask the audience.
You edit this out.
No, I won't. I love it.
Anyway,
That's awful.
before I clearly got distracted.
I was like, wow, who'd you see on Tinder?
Well, I don't even know what I was. I love my mom. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to
my mom.
Wait, what's the Outcast line? All the mamas, baby mamas, you know? I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh,
it's
that's
like
how it goes.
In your mama's mama.
Mama?
Something
Something like that. It's shout out to baby mamas, mamas.
I gotta look up the lyrics.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real.
See, okay, sorry, back to the iOS 14. It's to the point where, like, yeah, that looks nice, but if I want an app, I already swipe over just to, like...
Yeah, find it.
Yeah.
I think it's just, like, baby mamas.
Is Jackson...
Mamas.
Oh, yo, mamas. Says, yeah, this one right here goes out to all the babies' mamas, baby mamas, yeah, go like this.
Yep.
Period.
Thank you. That's it.
And that is my spoken word.
Yeah.
What is that called? Is it this?
Spoken word poetry?
Yes.
Right?
That's my slam poetry.
All right. Well, what
are we at?
We're at
41.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Did you figure out what you wanted to talk about?
No.
That's all right. Any other pressing topics? Anything else worth talking about?
I feel like we should talk a little bit longer.
Okay.
Like, what else is there going on in the world right now?
Well, we could do that segment I was talking about.
Do you want to do that? That's up to you.
I would say you guys should do like a segment, like pull a little idea out of the jar.
Yeah, well, my idea
was... That's it. We should do that.
Huh?
We should set that up after the pod. Make a little, like, a
yeah.
little jar or something with, like...
With ideas in it?
Yeah, with
That's
ideas,
smart.
and we just pull it out.
Yeah, if anybody has any suggestions, comment below.
Yeah.
Well, our idea that we had is Stevie reads my short story critiques that I've been avoiding because I can't take criticism.
The gag is, though, I'm not reading the short story. Y'all don't get
it's just the critiques.
It's just the critiques.
that my classmates wrote.
I want to read one.
Okay, well then pause this because I'm gonna have to take another shot. This stuff makes me want to crawl out of my skin.
We don't have to do this if you don't want to.
No, I have to be obliterated. I can't read these on my own.
Well, you said you also have more homework to do tonight, so are you sure?
Yeah, I'll be fine. Swear.
Okay.
Swear.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stretch a lot because I do that when I get nervous.
Okay.
So, all right, pause. All right.
Okay.
So
we're back.
took another.
We all took another shot.
And I have another drink.
Yeah.
So I can't. I don't like reading criticisms about myself. I think it's because I'm already overly critical, and I want perfection, but I'm not perfect and I'm not very good at anything.
Nobody's perfect.
So having somebody like critique
Yeah.
kills me. And also because sometimes your classmates are petty, or like, I know I come for their grammatical errors, so I don't know if like they, you know, like sometimes they're kind of off base, and then your professor will be like, no, it's great.
Yeah.
You know, and then you're like, okay, well then why'd these assholes say otherwise? I don't know. It just makes me really nervous, so I'll like sigh a lot and stretch, and it's fine.
Yeah.
It's cool. But so the story I wrote, I don't know how to make up stories, so I write about my life. And I tend to do stream of consciousness, so I'm sure I got feedback. It's not descriptive enough, okay? I write like a screenwriter, so there's not a lot of details.
Well, because I'm a screenwriter? That's why. So.
I'm kidding. This is fucking bullshit. But the whole story is just basically about how, like, and it is a real story. When my mom, my sister, and I went to Costa Rica, and my aunt and uncle still managed to stream Fox News, and the whole time we were there, all that happened and played was Fox News, and it drove us insane, and it was already kind of hard to, like, deal with each other, so it made it, like, worse. And so I wrote how Fox News was, like, building the tension or whatever.
So, let's start.
Critique number one. I have, like, we're in groups, so this is, like, 3 people, then my professor.
Okay, so I'm just going to start with, like, the first person, and, like, do you want me to, like, give you a, like, roughly, like, where in the story this is?
Yeah, I know they do comments throughout, and then we're on Google Docs. And then at the end, I think they're supposed to write something, but some people might have not.
Okay. So let's start with the first person. Their first critique is, it looks like it's at the end of the second paragraph.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, since you brought up the main character drinking twice and it's their first time, I think it would be great to give more detail on how it felt, how it tasted or smelled, or any other sensory imagery.
Yeah. I know they're gonna be about imagery. I'm so bad at doing descriptive.
It's okay.
No, yeah, they're right.
And then the second one looks like it's talking about the beginning of the third paragraph, talking about a bombshell anchor. And they said, is this an allusion to film?
Huh? What did I write?
It said, is this an allusion to the film? I'm assuming it's talking
totally
about bombshell.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But, I mean, that's like a thing. Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's
I didn't watch it, but yeah.
Okay. The third one, it just is talking about the bees. So it said, I really like the way you liken them to bees and describe them to that. So they liked that. It was a positive thing.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I said Fox News is like a jar of bees that you shake up. It's just very, like, loud and angry and buzzy.
Oh, I like that.
Thank you.
Yeah, it says, can I read?
Yeah, you can read the line, yeah.
It says, these jar of bees sound so angry, so accusatory, and so hateful. Ooh.
Thanks, guys. Maybe I know metaphors.
I feel like I stumbled over that, but only because I'm a little drunk right now. So there's that.
Okay, that was nice. Okay, cool.
And then this one, the next one is at the end. It's just like in the second to last paragraph. It says, what did they do that they couldn't take besides the ants talking? Do you know what?
I made another metaphor. Okay.
And then the last one just says, you did a great job of showing how the TV affects them in their trip to Costa Rica.
Sick, and that was actually the prompt. That was the point. So
sick,
cool.
Nice, okay.
Okay, that was nice. That was good.
Moving on to the second one.
Who's this one? Who? Okay, I don't know.
So that first one was...
I think I've had a class with them before.
Okay.
We'll see. If it is the person I'm thinking of... Fun fact. So this is my second creative writing class. The first one I took, I was like, I have such mad writer's block that I write everything last minute. So that's also ends up why I talk about my life, because I'm like, oh, that happened to me. Let me write about that.
Yeah,
so
I know about that.
Right. So I wrote about my parents' divorce because that's pretty easy. And I wrote how when my parents told me they were getting a divorce, and this is when I was like, maybe I shouldn't get too personal because people will critique that.
This could hurt.
I know, this could turn into therapy. But I wrote about how when my parents were telling me, I was thinking back to when I was like 9 and my mom was like, we won't get a divorce until you're out of college or like until you get to college, whatever, like we'll stay together. As some parents actually do tell their kids. If this is the same person, they in class said, I think that's bad parenting. That's what they said. About that. And I'm sitting here like trying not to cry because
actually my mom is a great parent.
Am I unpacking trauma right now? But then some people piped up, like a couple of people, and they were like, my parents actually told me that too.
But also, that shouldn't reflect on the parenting style. Like,
also, or the short story itself. Yeah, like, you can't say that's bad parenting.
Be like, okay, maybe I wanted to write them that way.
Yeah, like, also, critique the story, not the parenting.
Also, this is just like a quick side bit. I've been thinking about this a lot lately. Yeah. But especially like, you know, like being like the oldest child and stuff, realizing that your parent is doing this for the first time.
True, yeah.
Like, regardless at any age that you're at, whether it's like 10 or 20, like realizing you're like, oh shit, I'm the first child that they've had that's reached the age of 20. I'm the first child that they've had that's, you know, that's trying to go through high school, or the first child that's, you know, having a nervous breakdown, or this is their first time having to comfort their child this way. Like, being the oldest child, it's literally their first time doing any of this.
Exactly. So that's why the youngest seems like they're coasting.
True. And then also, so it's like, in a sense, like, yes, obviously, as a child, you can, like, you're allowed to resent your parents, like, to a certain degree, but then if you're I would say, like, if you're the oldest, or, like, you know, if you're near the oldest, or, I mean, obviously, if you can feel however you feel, but it's, like, give your parents a little slack. Like, if they thought that staying together until you graduated, or until you're however of age you are, if they thought that was the best thing that would be, like, for you and for the family environment, that's fine. That's they genuinely thought they were doing the best that they could do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I will not forget that. And so the latest short story, not the one we're reading, but the other one I just did, was pretty personal, very personal, but I try not to get too personal.
Yeah.
because I didn't want to go through that again.
Yeah.
But I think that's the same person.
Okay.
Anyway.
So, starting off. So, I didn't need to get that deep right
No,
there. I
sorry,
just have a lot of feelings on that.
No,
and I've
that's
been thinking
fair.
about it a lot lately. So, it starts off basically at the beginning of the second page. They said, I think you could actually start the story from right here.
Right where?
It's talking about the drive to the airport.
Oh.
So,
I don't even know what I said before. What did I even say?
You said, I think it's just talking about your experiences going on trips with your
I'm
uncle.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, they're right.
So,
I'm a little chronological. I like to give some backstory.
I
a
enjoy
little
some
exposition.
backstory. I like a little
if you will.
backstory, you know, like you know where they're
That's what I
coming from.
did. That's
The
fair.
second critique says, I would just reread this part, and it's talking about the TV volume being on 40.
Oh, okay, yeah. Fair.
Okay. So there's that. This one, like towards the end of it, it says, I think in terms of this exercise, though there is a clear reference to TV, the TV is not really part of the interactions. It's only ever in the background of the story. So far for me, it seems irrelevant to the rest of the plot.
Fair.
Okay.
I worried about that.
And then the last one says, I don't really know the purpose of the story. Why is it being told? Why Fox News is in their daily lives so much? That's not grammatically correct. What specifically does the TV have to do with the particular narrative other than the exercise? I haven't read this, but I feel like I understand it.
Thank you.
So,
I mean,
suck it.
I guess, like, maybe I'm just expecting you to refer what type of person they are, because, like, I said Fox News, and you said, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know?
You say Fox News, and everyone knows what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like, I was just, like, reading over this last paragraph, like, I feel like I understand it. Like,
Thank you.
I get maybe because I also have a relative that any trip we
Yeah.
go on, they literally just stay in their room and watch Fox News the entire time. And so, like, I get it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I haven't actually read the short story, but just going off on, like, the little bit that I've skimmed from this, like...
I guess I tried to include a sentence in there where I said, something about how I think that's in my exposition, how I didn't notice how much my aunt and uncle played the show, or maybe did they turn it off while I was there, maybe I didn't notice as much because I could escape, and so then I tried to describe how, like, their house is different from the condo that they own in Costa Rica, and how, like, in the condo, like, the tiles echo more, and then in their house they have carpet, so maybe that's why it felt louder there, or, I don't know, I tried.
Yeah,
it's fine, you know, it's cool, it's like, whatever.
I personally disagree with this person.
Thank you!
But that's just
Why
me.
did I think this was gonna be more scathing? Like, why was I here, like, I was about to get, like, Simon Cowelled by my classmates, like...
That would be a bit traumatic.
But that's what I make up in my head, dude. Alright.
Okay, so this person, they didn't say anything about this. They just highlighted it. So I don't know what that exactly
This is the same person. Okay.
Yeah, you told me about this person.
So I didn't read my critiques for my third story that I just wrote, but the one that was actually ended up being pretty personal. But I did quickly clicked on it, and it was basically just about a friendship going wrong. And one of the lines said, I thought she was pretty, and I wanted to be friends with her. I have a feeling, I haven't met these classmates because everything's online. I have a feeling this is a guy because he highlighted the line that said that and said, seems pretty realistic. And I said, that seems pretty sarcastic. Also, I know you're not a girl who likes girls because that is how we choose our friends.
Yes.
We go, pretty, be my friend.
Yes.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah? Can you agree? That's how I choose my friends. I'm just like, you're pretty. Be my friend. You seem cool.
I don't even know base.
That's fair. I don't know. I'm just like, cool,
are
pretty, be my friend.
Also, I feel like it's important to say pretty is relative.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. I mean, obviously, like...
I mean, yes, all of my friends are gorgeous, but
I feel like
since they were 5.
I feel like I definitely have, like, a group of friends that are like that, but I feel like my other group of friends are, like, I pick based on, like, oh, wow, you have a pretty strong aesthetic. Like, you have something going towards you. Like, maybe, like, that's how I relate to that in terms of, like, pretty. It's like, wow, like, I may not, like, necessarily agree with your aesthetic, or it's not for me, but, like, you have your own thing going on, and, like, that's fucking cool. Like, I respect that.
Like, I would almost date you, but I just really want to be your friend.
Yeah. Well,
that's it.
I personally fall in love with every person I meet.
There is that.
And then I get to know him, and I'm like, oh, so we're not soulmates. Cool. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We can be fair, we can be friends.
Yes. To be fair, my dating history is also my friends. I do end up dating my friends. Yes. I have a track record.
Yes. Okay. Moving on. Yes, absolutely. Anyway.
We're going to take this person with a grain of salt, I think.
Yes. Okay. Well, I kind of listened through it. It's not bad.
Okay.
So same thing about the bees. They said great way to describe Fox News. So you're getting a lot of love for that bee metaphor.
I'm so good at metaphors.
And then it's the line where it said, you feel infected. They said, this really hit hard for me because I was fully immersed by this point.
Oh!
So, like, you pulled them in, you captivated them.
Okay, maybe we won't take this with a grain of salt.
I know, that's what I was saying. I was like, oh, hold up. But you pulled them in, you captivated them. They're one with the plot. They're now, and this is first person for them. They're experiencing this, and they, too, feel infected.
Yes. Thank you.
I just want to read all of your critiques now.
I'm scared. We can do that on our own time. Maybe not with... we're killing it all the time.
That was it for them.
All right, my professor!
Now for the professor! Woohoo! It's okay.
It's okay.
Okay, so the first one is also about the jar of bees.
Everybody loved my metaphor.
They said great detail. And then after that, we're talking about when your aunt and uncle come back. It says, there's a lot of movement narration throughout. Parentheses, he went there, she went there, they moved here, we flew here, etc. See if you can minimize and focus on more meaningful images. The bees, for example.
Okay, heard.
So
I knew imagery.
Okay, so the next one says it's talking about basically wherever you go throughout the condo, the Fox News is there.
Yeah.
Your professor said, this is the core of the story. Question, why does it need to be in Costa Rica if Costa Rica never comes into play? Could this be simplified to one condo that acts as a fishbowl or a beehive for family pressure?
Oh, okay. Oh.
That's that.
This is how it happened.
So this is after the "you're infected" line. They said, clever breaking moment.
Thank you.
Interesting. Okay, sorry, I was reading that one. It was pretty cool.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, that's
it?
it? Yeah, that's it. Really? That was good.
No, that wasn't bad. Good. No, that was bad.
I feel like you work it up in your head.
I definitely do.
Yeah.
I think
I didn't need a second shot for that.
I did, because I would have been freaking out a lot more. I mean, I just downed.
Oh my god.
When I tell you this stresses me out.
When does this happen? I can't wait to go back and rewatch this.
When I tell you this stresses me out.
I love reading critiques on myself.
I like reading critiques about myself, but only because it makes me feel out of body, and like I feel like I'm not me, or maybe that's just how I dissociate to get through it. But I like that feeling. Is that weird?
I like when people are mean to me, or like not. Like, okay, you know how, like, in school, they'd be like, oh, this bitch said this about you? Oh, that made me laugh so hard. I love that shit.
Okay.
But when it comes to shit, like personal, like, when I make, like, short films, this is why I don't make short films, is I can't handle critique. It takes a lot out of me.
I like hearing other people mean, like you're saying, like, oh, like, I heard this about you, blah, blah, because it genuinely makes me wonder, how do other people perceive me? Because I don't know how to perceive myself.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm like, because I saw a post, I don't know if it was like a tweet or like a Tumblr post or whatever, but I saw this the other day that was like, you know how whenever you're talking about someone, you're like, oh yeah, Chip, the one with the dyed hair, or like you know, that factor that goes in with you. What is that about me?
Yeah.
Like okay, if you were to what is that?
Okay. So when I was referring you for a job,
okay,
I was like, nicest person you'll ever meet. I mean, true.
Okay, but not for a job. Let's say true, like a friend or something.
To a friend or something.
Like if you're like, oh yeah, you know Stevie, and they're like, no, who? You're like, oh, you know the one blank blank blank.
Well, okay, sorry. To like point them out in a crowd, or to like refer them to like
as your
let's say
oh, you guys would be great friends because of.
Let's say, like, you guys have met before, but you maybe don't exactly remember the person.
I feel like it always goes straight to hair.
Yeah, okay. That's the easiest.
Okay, fair.
I would say you have a shaved head.
Yeah.
You're a Taurus.
Okay.
It's actually, being a Taurus is a great way to sum up your personality and describe you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I've always felt that I'm very true to being a Taurus.
Facts, yes.
Okay.
I would say that, like, you're basically, you're my other half.
I will say any Sagittarius I've been friends with has basically said that.
Yes.
I know there's that thing out there that's like Tauruses and Sagittariuses aren't supposed to be like good friends. I feel like that's a lie. I feel like, or at least like for me, all of my best friends have been Sagittariuses.
Yeah.
I feel like we balance each other out very well.
Very, very much, yeah. Because, like, I would just say that, like, you're very similar to me, except maybe, like, 10 times chiller.
I think that's fair. I think it's more of, like you
maybe
mean,
I'm
like,
at 100 and you're, like, at 80.
Okay, okay, that's, I was gonna say, like, 50, but...
Yeah, probably 50.
That's, okay, I can live with that. That actually helps me, like, gain a much better image of myself. Not better image, but, like, perception of myself, of, like, who I am.
Well, because then I would say, like, you're a really great person to talk to, you're very level-headed, like, those sort of things.
I feel like it's, like, to sum it up, it's basically, like, you being like, oh my god, I have this wicked idea, and I'm like, okay, what are the details for that?
Yeah, exactly. So.
Okay.
But yeah, so...
Okay.
I don't know how we got here. It had to do with my critiques.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm a narcissist. I love hearing things about myself. I love learning how I'm perceived by other people.
I love personal beef, but when you come for my art...
Fair.
Because it's so personal.
Yeah.
It's very personal.
Yeah. Honestly, that's why I don't do a lot of art just because I have such an insecurity around it. And even, like, with myself, I'm just, like... I don't know, like, I have these, like, visions in my mind of, like, what I want certain things to be, but then as soon as I start to try and, like, execute that, I'm like, actually, this is shit, I'm never gonna do this ever again.
Yep.
And that's, like, so, like, the few things I do, I really like collaging. I do, like, you really got me into that.
It's so fun.
And I actually, comparing the one that I just made with one of the first ones I made, very clearly have a style. Yeah. Like, I don't know. Anyway, it's just,
I think collaging is nice. I really like doing it, and I think it's because, you know, you don't have to be, like, what's the word?
Good?
No, like it's very conceptually heavy, and you don't have the technical skills for it.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's what it is.
You don't have to be great at, like, creating images, but if you have these, like, really cool concepts that you want to express, you can use someone who is good at making technical images and then make your concepts with them.
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. Because I've never, like my handwriting, or, like, I've never considered myself, like, a good quote-unquote artist. Like, I can't draw things well. But with collaging, it's like, okay, well, I have an image, and I need, like, for that specific image, I need a flower to be right there. Oh, look, here's a magazine, they have a flower right there. I can just pull that and put that in there. So I really like doing that, but I get really insecure about showing people that. Like,
yeah, no, I get it. It's probably
also having to explain it. I'm like, actually, why can't you immediately know what I'm talking about?
Right? It's probably collaging is the one thing I feel confident in. I'm like, yeah, this is cool. I just made this and it's cool. Yeah. Everything else, I'm like, I'm gonna kill myself.
I feel like at least for, like, with collaging, majority of it is for decoration, for, like, either a house or apartment or, like, for your own viewing pleasure. Yeah. And so therefore it's like, okay, well, like, really I'm the only one that's really gonna be seeing this, or, like, you or whoever I invite, like, you know, over, like, they're obviously they're gonna see it, but it's not like something that you're like, oh, I need this to go on display and, like, other people are gonna be critiquing it. I mean, obviously if you're an artist and that's your like media platform, whatever,
medium,
like, that's what you want to use. Okay, obviously you're gonna get critiques for that, but as far as, like, a casual sorry, it was, like, splashing up. Like, just, like, a casual thing. I think it's fun. It's nice to do.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I think it's time to wrap it up.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
It's, you know, I actually am ready to get to the rest of these critiques off screen.
Yeah.
If more of y'all subscribe to us and watch our shit,
maybe we'll do some more. We'll add that to the jar of,
like, a Patreon or something. Yeah.
We'll add that to the thing. The thing of things that we can do.
Yep. I'm pretty drunk. It's alright.
I'm a little drunk right now.
Shame our artwork.
Yes. Pay me money to tell me I suck.
You know, people, like, pay money to throw, like, Rotten Tomatoes at you.
Yeah.
It's really just, like, talk shit about my art.
Yeah. I if you paid to talk shit about my art, that's cool. Personal beef, that's free. Please tell me how much you hate me.
Yeah.
It makes me laugh.
Yeah.
I love it. I love when I know them, too. I love when, you know, like, the grapevine tells you, oh, so-and-so said this. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
truly riveting. Anyway, doesn't matter.
Anyway, we're not going to get into the conversation. It's time to wrap things up.
My Instagram is cult.francis, and my Twitter is cultfrancis.
My Instagram is Stevie Kicks. My Twitter is stevie.kick.
Our producer, Payne, his Instagram is atl.cowgirl, and
I think I'm going to stop promoting my Twitter.
Okay.
oh, no Twitter? Okay, cool.
That's like my diary for my 36 followers.
You know what?
Okay, that's fair.
like my Finsta, so
That's fair.
you know what? Fair.
Sorry, I just thought funny. Patreon level, you get access to our Finsta. That's like gold tier.
You know what? Yeah, pay us $20, and yeah, you could follow me on my Finsta.
$5 you can follow me.
No,
if you really want to see
email
the
on
mess
there
that's on,
sometimes.
if you really want to see the mess that's on there, you can Venmo me. It's at Gabby Lopez 99.
At ChipHer12.
Venmo me $10. You can follow my Finsta.
Fuck yes. Fuck yes. I will let you.
Absolutely.
Just in your caption for the Finsta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to see that, okay, you got it. Okay, time to wrap this shit up.
All right, see you guys next week, maybe.
Bye.
Bye.